Hello everybody, welcome back to Jack on a Journey, episode 1 of Maribor. We're in Slovenia, boys. It's Slovenia. We're in Slovenia. If you didn't watch last episode was all about, it was just me getting the job offer and then looking through the club a little bit. These are the first 2 games we're going to be playing with Maribor today. They haven't had the greatest times of it, but we've had an undefeated start to the campaign here, if you will. We had a 1-1 draw against some of these names. Veleni. I'm going to assume J's is silent. I think that Rador Veleni, I'm going to assume. But Baskira getting his first goal of the season for us. He's a backup striker, has been all season. I started him in this game and he scored, so fair play to him. We then beat Alamini Kidalokovo. 2 goals, 2 late goals. What I'm noticing is teams are just because we're a big team. Teams are just kind of like sitting back and kind of trying to soak up the pressure, and that showed in this game. Marinik getting an 80th minute goal, and then we bounced straight back with Jaksic 81st minute goal, and we won 2-0. I thought the floodgates might open a little bit, but there just wasn't enough time, unfortunately. We've signed a few of the top players on contracts, like Marinic, he's the 4-star rep player. Elsnik, the best player at the club, he's signed. There was another one, I can't remember who it was. But Rossman hasn't signed one yet because we couldn't agree terms on a deal. Who was the other guy that signed a contract? Was it Sahovic? It must have been Sahovic. I don't remember. Can't remember, but it must have been Sahovic. 2 strikers are sorted out, so that's fantastic. But this is the team we are going with today against Seli or Salj, if we are pronouncing names. I don't know. Centre backs are not the normal centre backs. Both of them are injured, which is fantastic. Avicic in goal, Kalmanik, Malkar, Meyer, and Jaksic, Rossman and Pillar. Elsnik and Milek and Merinic and Sahovic up front. Oh, some of these names are going to be fun to try and pronounce. Like I said in yesterday's episode, I can barely pronounce English names at the best of time, so I don't know how Slovenian names are going to cope. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll have to wait and see. They're playing a similar formation, but dropped back a little bit. We did go for the 4-2-2-2 in the end. I forgot to say that because we just had 2 really good strikers. We had a good winger and a good centre midfielder. So I thought, because I was planning to go in 4-2-3-1, but I saw we had 2 good strikers, and I thought we might as well play the 4-2-4 that we played in. Oh, we can potentially score qualification for the Europa League with a win. Very nice to have. We're playing with the 4-2-4 that we had at Gefle in the Superettan division, the formation that got us promoted. We're using that with a few little tweaks here and there. So, it's not 100% the same, but I don't know if I'll be sticking with this, but because we've got 2 really good strikers and a really good winger, it kind of seems like the only option at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. This has kind of been the story of Maribor since we've been here, I guess. We've been dominating games, we just haven't managed to break teams down, I think. We've had a lot of possession, a lot of shots. We just haven't managed to break teams down, and then usually they score the first goal. Like in the first game, the game we drew, we had 75% possession, 14 shots to their 2, and they scored the first goal. And it was just something's not quite. I don't know if it's the players are just not quite mentally right because they've been knocked off top spot, and that's what they're used to in this league. But yeah, it's a bit weird, and hopefully it doesn't grow, because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to dominating teams and then just first shot on target they've scored, because that's what it used to be like back in the day. First shot on target, they would get the goal. It was just standard in Football Manager. Hopefully we're not going back to those days, but we'll have to wait and see. We did go attacking, didn't we? Yes, we did. Melik with the corner whips it in. I haven't sorted out corner routines. I'll sort that all in the summer. Staff are the same. Marinic getting the goal. 11th goal of the season for him. Top guy. Glad we got him on the contract. His release clause is in there, but it's fine. If they go, they go. I'm not attached to them in any way, so I won't know if they're any good. Marinic looks like a decent player. We got him on a contract. Hopefully he stays. What was I saying anyway? Corner routines I haven't touched. Staff members, I haven't even looked into it. The only one I did look into it was McNulty, who was my assistant manager at IA, our first ever club. And he actually managed IA to a second place finish in the Icelandic Premier Division and got them to Europa League and whatnot. But he's since left IA, and I've been keeping my eye and, see where he goes, and hopefully, if he's any good, if he can do it at this level, I might just bring him back in, because he was a very good assistant manager. We don't have a left back to bring on, so that's good. Anyone shattered? Pillar is shattered. We're bringing on Palicic. No one else is particularly tired. Solcic can come on, I think, right back. He was one of the players that were unhappy, along with Elsnick. He was one of the players that were unhappy, but it was more game time, because he hadn't had game time. But he's been injured since we've been in, so it'd be good to get a look into how he actually plays. So we're given 20 minutes here. Nothing's happening. Games have been pretty boring in Slovenia. Not much has happened because we've been dominating. We just can't break teams down for some reason. But it looks like it might be another draw. Which, to be fair, as long as if we can stay undefeated till the end of the season, that kind of breeds a confidence of his own going into next season. I thought we got a penalty there. Another 1-1 draw. That's completely fine. Like I said, as long as we stay undefeated, a mentality will be there that we stay undefeated. At the moment, I'm letting the assistant do all the team talks because I don't speak the language. By the time next season runs around, I'll be able to speak the language, and then I'll be able to do the team talk. But that's fine. Very low-scoring games as well. Don't see many teams getting battered, but that's fine. That's fine. We're still in third. We're going to the next game. I can't remember who we're playing. This was also an issue. The squad were very tired in the first game. I do need to change the training up. Where's training gone? There it is. I do need to change the training up. So, if you don't know, I'm pretty sure I've done this on the video. If you go to training and then rest, you get this thing at the top, and it says like when whatever percentage of their condition is, what would you like them to do? And usually what I like to do is have no training when they're 60, 69. We then have half training 70, 79, and then normal, and then normal. You could change it so they're all half, they're all normal. It's fine, but that's what I've noticed works quite well with resting players and not having shattered players all the time. So we change that, and we go on to the next game. Who are we playing in the next game? NAFTA Lendava in 4th, so they're just below us. So hopefully we can pick up a win, and I think we didn't secure Europa League, so hopefully we can pick up a win and secure Europa League in that game. Right, so we've just qualified for the Europa League. I assume teams have already played and messed up. So we've got our initial budgets, ladies and gentlemen. We've already got 7 million in the transfer kitty, so I assume they probably keep the same. I think it was £7,074,000 in wage budget, wasn't it? So if it's the same, I'll be more than happy with that. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. That's fine. That's what I expected anyway. So perfectly fine. Finances are still the same. Still making a little bit. To be fair, we're not spending that much money. Didn't even know that. I thought I would have to get rid of players to. Okay, I can live with that. Can we ask for a coaching course while we're here? Not quite yet. Let's move on to the match, and we'll get into the game, shall we? Save. Right, brilliant. Right, second game then against NAFTA. A couple of changes. I can't remember who they were, so we're just going to go straight back through the team. Ivacic, Kolomancic. Lipasek is a guy that's come back, and I think he's one of our better defenders, so it's good to have him back. Malaka, Jaksic, Rossman, Piller, Elsnik, Milek, Marinic, and Sahovic at front. I feel like I bossed some of those names in there. Pronunciations is my thing. What is going on here? Don't know what's going on. Submit team. Somehow, it just went straight into the game. Didn't even pop up for team talk. What? Okay, I didn't want a team talk anyway. Team talks are overrated. Let's go attacking. I do need to. We are promising the board we're playing attacking football. So I do need to change that at some point. I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't have to do a team talk, but there you go. Throw in now. Rossman, our playmaker extraordinaire, on the ball. Whips it in. Melek's there, and Sahovic puts it into the back of the net. Luka Sahovic, 9th goal of the season for him. Can we get second place? I'm hoping so. Endi Garika. They obviously won their game yesterday. We're a point behind them, but we have got a better goal difference. So if we can get that second place, that'd be fantastic. I thought we were going to go 2-0 up there. Milek is going to get the ball back in, and we did go 2-0 up. Marinic with the goal. Marinic with the goal to put us 2-0 up. His 12th goal of the season. I'm glad to get him on the contract, to be fair, because he does look good. Great ball in from Melek, and I think Sahovic flicked it on. And then great little header from Marinic. They're looking a good partnership already. I'm liking it very, very much. NAFTA, just below us in the league. So this is a fantastic start, to say the least, especially at home. We got another chance there, and Melinic just shot. Marinic even shoots wide. Pretty good start, if you ask me. A pretty damn good start. Pillar with a free kick. I was in the middle of sniffing and I didn't really want to speak, but we have gone 3-0 up. Pillar with the goal. That's a fantastic free kick, mind, isn't it? A fantastic free kick. This is the first time we have looked what I expected us to look, and that is dominant. It's the very first time. An early goal helps that, because then the opposition team have to come out a bit more, and it leaves gaps, but it's the first time we've looked comfortable. As we say that, they're probably going to score, aren't they? Good save. I'm glad that I've come in and we've kind of steadied the ship and we've got undefeated. As Elsnik picks up an injury. That's no good, is it? That's no good. How do you say that guy's name? Kukovic is going to play out on that left wing. Hopefully that injury isn't too bad for Elsnik. Potential groin injury, groin strain. Out for the rest of the season, but should be back in time for pre-season, so that's fine by me. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm glad that we have come in and we've just steadied the ship and we've gone undefeated so far, because the form was not great when we came in. We all saw the form in the last episode. I'm very pleased with the performance, boys, and it's just, judging. Hopefully we don't mess this up. But 2 draws, 2 wins, I'm perfectly happy with that. Home form's been fantastic. I think we've won every game we've been at home since we've been here. So I'm perfectly fine with that. A couple of draws. It's not about, this season was all about, getting that Europa League spot, which we did, and making the board happy enough to, hopefully give us the rest of the season, the rest of next season anyway, as the whole of the season, not just unless we're in the relegation zone, which I'm hoping we won't be. I'm gonna try and ignore that goal happens, by the way, as we did go 3-1 down. But yeah, it's just we had to hit the ground running, kind of thing, because this is a big team in Slovenia, and if I'd come in and not grabbed people's attention, then it could have gone wrong very quickly. So I'm glad we've done particularly well. Milik with a free kick here, and it's just Kukovic, the guy that's just come on for Elsnik, has scored. Thank God for that. Good guy. knowing the fact that we've got like 30 grand to spend as well, that's going to be very interesting, because we seem to have a great amount of already first team caliber players. Like the guys we signed on contract, Rossman, I'm hoping to sign on a contract again in the summer. Not again, but offer a new one, and him actually accept it this time. Centre backs look okay. We're certainly top heavy. Like our attack is very much the best in the team. So, you know, have we got a centre back on the bench? We do. So, if we can bring in some top quality centre backs, I'll be happy with that. Probably don't need much, to be fair, as Melek whips in another ball, and that's a header. First goal of the season for Pavicic. Is that the guy we've just brought on? Dragan Pavicic. Was it the guy we just brought on? Who is he? It was the guy we just brought on. Fair enough to the kid. 90th minute now. The game's just kind of petering out, which is absolutely fine by me. We've smashed this team today. It looks like we've probably got time for another goal. Hopefully it's for us, so we can end the game 6-1 and not 5-2. Great tackle there. They're in. Nagy with the... keeper should be saving that front post, but that's fine. We'll let them have the consolation goal. 5-2 then. I'm glad that we've managed to step up and finally score some goals. The 2 goals, a bit annoying, but like I said, defence isn't too great. Sort that out in the summer. And that's a good thing. It's actually the summer now. We're back to a league that does... What is it? I've been watching football for so long. I don't know when the season starts. September? Is it September it starts? I don't know. I can't remember. We end the season in May. You wouldn't think that that I've been watching football since I was born. August. I want to say August. I don't know. August. I was right with August. September, August time. Yeah, this season starts then. July for the Europa League, so we won't have to have as many friendlies, which is good. And then it ends in May. So we're finally back to a normal league season, which is fantastic, if I'm honest. I'm glad to have some normality back. Marinic is the captain for the under-21s. Did not know that. Alsnich out for 4 to 5 weeks, so yeah, out for the rest of the season. Will be back in time for pre-season. 2 assists for Melek. He's a fullback, but he's playing winger. And he's 32 years old. What a man. Right then. Should we come back for the last game of the season, or just plough on for... I guess we should see... I don't know why I've clicked on squad there. I guess we should see if we get second place. Yeah, we'll come back for the last game of the season. We're against top of the league, I think. Olympia. Yeah, we're against top of the league. Just to see if we finish second. And then we'll have the summer window. I probably won't do a summer transfer window. I'll have to find out how I feel at the time. But yeah. It looks good, doesn't it? It looks good. If you did enjoy that, please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe if you're new around here or you haven't done so already. I shall see you again for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching.